Hi, welcome to Sunkissed, and today we're doing frog or finish. Frog or finish is a concept where you have a lot of works in progress and you pick it up and you think about it. Do I want to finish it or do I want to frog it? If you have watched my first video, which is a Q&A where I answer a few questions about myself as a yarn artist, but I have another stash that I'm kind of embarrassed about, and it's a really big bag of works in progress. And I really need to tackle that soon. It's starting to take up a lot of inventory of mine. I mentioned that I don't have a big yarn stash, but I have a big work in progress stash. I'm pointing down there because currently it sits down there and it's huge enough, bigger than I'm comfortable with. So for today's video, I decided that I have to finally start doing something with the stash because it's getting out of hand. So let's get started. If you're thinking it can't be that bad, trust me. Trust me. 3 bags, 4 bags of a lot of works in progress, and some of them spilled all over the floor. So I would say that's quite enough to start working with this. I will try to remember what each project was supposed to be, but I don't promise anything because some of them are a year old, maybe even older. So bear with me if I don't remember something. So this long strap of green yarn, I can actually remember that I took a lot of rows out already when I wanted to make something of this green yarn. This piece was bigger. I don't remember how big, but it was bigger. And I think I was trying to make a vest or a sweater. I think it was supposed to... What was my measurements? I think it was... I was measuring it like this and make a panel and then another panel in the back, but it's quite big. Maybe I wanted to be oversized, but I think it was supposed to be a vest or a sweater or something like that. So, work in progress number 1, frog it. We're approaching the last few meters of the project number 1, and to be honest, I thought this is going to go a bit faster. I mean, the first project wasn't that big, and I have some, looking at the back, I have some that are quite big, so yikes. What have I got myself into? And also, I thought if I had a yarn winder, this would probably go by much faster, but oh well. We're finished with the project number 1, which we decided to frog, and this is the ball of yarn we got from it. Also, while I was frogging the first project, I look over to the bag and think to myself that probably most of the projects are going to be a frog, not a finish. But at least you get to hear the backstory of what went through my brain like a year ago or something when I did these and threw them into the bag. Next project I have in here, oh, it looks pretty trippy on camera. Okay, that's cool. It's this rainbow multicolored, I think it's in the waistcoat stitch. I don't know if you can see it. Waistcoat stitch. And I think I wanted to make a pretty big tote bag. So this would be the back of it, and then it would like go like this, and then I would have to make another panel. While I finished this, I think I ran out of yarn, or maybe I didn't run out of it. I just looked at what I have, and I was pretty sure that it's not going to be enough for 2 panels like this. Problem with freehand projects like these that I make out of my head, not with a pattern or something, is that I never calculate how much yarn I will need, and most of the time I stop mid-project because I don't have enough. So project number 2 is a frog. I have to find the end of it and start frogging it. Again, thinking about the yarn winder would be so easy, huh? my life would be so easy. Instead, I have to do this. As I'm frogging this project, I remember how long it took me to make this piece, even though it's a pretty small panel. It's the waistcoat stitch, and I think my tension was pretty tight on it, so I was struggling with it. So it's a little bit sad to be frogging it, but I'm calming myself down with the thought that when I frog these projects, I'll have a bunch of new yarn to work with for a bunch of new projects that I'm gonna love more than these ones, which I just put in the bag and hide it up there in the closet for nobody to see. And with this one, project number 2 is frogged. Now I have to, all this spaghetti, I have to wind it up with my hands. Next project I see in my bag looks like a cloth. If you can see it up close. I think this is also acrylic yarn or a mix, and it's made in slip stitches, so it's pretty stretchy. If you see, it kind of has a slope. I think this was meant to be a top, like this would be the front, and it would slope down to the armpit and then go all over, and it would be stretchy. Honestly, I just think I got tired of slip stitches. Slip stitches. I'm really impressed with myself that I got this far, because that's a lot of rows with slip stitch. And again, if you watched my first video, which was a Q&A, and my least favorite stitch would be slip stitch if you're doing it row for row, because it's just a little bit hard for me, and it also works up pretty slowly. So I would say row to row wise, slip stitch. Slip stitches are my least favorite stitches. If you didn't hear it, slip stitches, especially row after row, are my least favorite stitches to do. So pat on the back for me. But I don't have the yarn, nor the patience, nor I want to finish this project. So project number 3 is going to be a frog. And with this, project number 3 is frogged. This is what we got. Project number 4 that I'm picking out of these bags is going to be this one. This is a knit one in the stockinette stitch, if I'm correct. So one side is that and one is this. And I think I want to finish this. Bear with me. Right now it doesn't look like anything, but I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like. Okay, I'm back. So, to finish this one and make it into something, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. If you can see, it's a knit bag. Like this one is a small version, and it doesn't have any lining yet. I don't know, maybe I'll sew in something. But this one is a really small one, and I decided to make a bigger one in pink. So that's what we're going to do. So the plan is, we have to take this side that is just finished, we have to fold it in and attach it, and then I have the yarn, I have the needles, I have to knit a strap that connects both of the sides and goes around like a handle, like this one. It's just one panel that goes around and a strap that goes around like this. So it's pretty easy, and I'm going to finish this one now. So it looks like for the brown bag I did maybe like 13 or 14 stitches for the strap, but as this pink bag is going to be a bit bigger, I think I'll do like 20, maybe 25 stitches and just continue knitting it in the stockinette stitch. So one row knit and one row purl until I get the desired strap length for the bag. This is 20 stitches, but I think I'm gonna add 5 more because this one looks pretty small to me. I did 26 because I'm going to be picking up the first one and starting knitting from the second one, so the rows, so the sides of the panel are both the same with chain length stitches, so it's easier for me to sew them together when we get to that. So we pick up the first one and I start knitting from the second one. So basically the pattern is do a whole row of knit and then the second row of purl, then knit and then purl again until you get the desired length of the strap for your bag. Picking up the first stitch and starting knitting or purling from the second one. That's as simple as it gets. Welcome back. So for me it's the next day and I have finished making the strap for the bag. For this one I used all of the pink skein of yarn that I had. Hope you can see it. This is what it looks like. So as I said, stockinette stitch, knit, purl, you have this big strap. So on the agenda to make these two things into something that's like this, just bigger, we have two things that need to be done. And the first thing, so you see for this side there's like a double, what do you call it, the fabric is in double, so the side of the bag looks more chunkier, and here I haven't done that yet. So the first step would be folding it down and attaching it to the main panel, so the both sides have sides that are chunkier, and then we have to attach the strap. So let's go. Also, when putting away the bags that I had yesterday with the whole works in progress, something like this fell out, and it's the same yarn. Looks like I was either testing it or starting the strap from the yarn that was left over from the big piece. So I think right now I'm going to frog it and use the leftover yarn for sewing together all the panels. There's still a little bit of frogging in this project that we chose to finish. So with this little piece is frogged. We have this little mini skein of yarn. So right now we're going to start sewing together this chunky side that I was talking about. So for the both sides to be equally as folded as they are, you have to count, I have to count the stitches that I had because I hadn't written this anywhere down, and it looks like this side and this one together has 17 stitches. So I have to take the other side, count down 17 stitches, fold it down and attach it to the main part of the bag. When binding off this piece and cutting off and fastening up the yarn, I left a pretty long piece of yarn, I think specifically for it to be used attaching this folded side. So I'm just going to grab the end of this one, curl it up so it's easier to put through the eye of the needle, put it in the tapestry needle, and sew with this one. From the bind off, I counted 17 stitches down, and I'm going to put a knitting needle through them so it's easier for me to keep a straight row. So I just finished attaching the second side of the bag, so now both of them are in double fabric. The next step I have is to attach this strap to this, and it's gonna work like this. We take the big piece of the bag and fold it in half with the sides that are double touching. That's going to be the opening of our bag. And the strap is going to be attached from this side. Here's going to be the handle to this side. That's why we only need one strap. To do that, of course, again, I'm going to take the yarn and the tapestry needle and head to work. For the strap to be precisely in the middle, this is how I'm gonna do it. I fold the bag, straighten all the edges of it, and pinpoint this, which is going to be the full middle. And then from it, I count in one side around 12-13 stitches, and in the other side too, because our strap of the bag is 25, so that's gonna be 12.5 stitches. So you do that, count them, and put stitch markers, one here and one on the other side, like this. As I don't have stitch markers, I'm probably gonna use a knitting needle again, so just count 12.5, 13 stitches in one side and the other one. And when we open the bag up, we're gonna be exactly in the middle, and we're gonna see where we need to attach the strap. So I pinpointed the middle stitch, and on each side I added 12 stitches, so 12 plus the one in the middle plus 12 equals 25 stitches. Right now I have them on my knitting needle like this. I can just straighten them out, and this is where the strap needs to go. So you flatten the strap, the end of the strap, and you just attach it like this, exactly like it is on the knitting needles, and they're gonna help you see straight. They're gonna help you so you don't mess it up. So I have just attached the strap right in the middle of the bag, as always using the mattress stitch, good sides facing, stitching from the bad sides in the back loops only. And when you have finished attaching the strap here, I just fold it, and I'm going to attach the strap alongside of the bag. I have finished attaching one side of the strap, and from now on I'm going to attach the other one to this same part, and then repeat this all over onto the second side of the bag. So it's a little bit later, and I have finally finished the bag. Right now it looks like this. You can wear it like that, be like classy moment, but I think it needs lining inside because it's a bit too loose. This was the fourth piece I chose from the bag of works in progress. We decided to finish it, and with this bag we have also finished the video. As you remember from the start of the episode, I had 3 bags and they were pretty full with a lot of works in progress, so I think this is not going to be the only episode of Frog or Finish that I'm gonna do. Stay tuned for more episodes. I think there will be more. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for more episodes of Frog or Finish. Don't forget to press like on this video, subscribe to my channel to not miss out any new videos, and see you in the next one. Bye, Sunkissed!